Alright everyone, the Postal Gamer here. Welcome to Prototype. Now, I don't doubt that a lot of you have seen my run of Resident Evil 0 on hard difficulty, which was almost completely blind when I went into that. And in contrast to that, there's Dead Space 3 on impossible difficulty, which I had about 20 to 30 playthroughs of under my belt before I did that run, and it was also a challenge run, which made things harder. But I bring this up because Prototype is sitting in a very uncommon middle ground for me, and I'll explain why. Back when this game first came out in 2009, this game is 12 years old by the way, I remember picking it up, playing it, and enjoying the shit out of it, as I'm sure you'd expect from any 18-year-old male ever. But it didn't have very much staying power with me. The same was true for Prototype 2 as well, even though I think Prototype 2 is considerably better than the first game. I remember this game a hell of a lot more, and I'm not really sure why. I think it might have just set the standard for what I enjoy in superhero, or I guess supervillain, sandbox games, and that's why I remember it so well. I'm not totally sure. But the fact remains that, despite enjoying this game as much as I did back then, I didn't play it for anywhere near as long as I would think I did. I would bet what happened is I got almost all the achievements. I know that I've only got 2 achievements left on 360, and that's for getting all 50 hint markers and all 200 landmark collectibles. But that's pretty much where I stopped. I haven't really played it much since. But at this point, things are a bit different. My objective with this playthrough is to just finish story mode, which I'll be doing on hard mode. And that's something that I wasn't really pleased about doing in the first place. I think if you're going to have unlockable harder difficulty settings, there should be something unique or fundamentally different to that setting that makes them harder, instead of just being a generalized everything is overall more difficult type thing. I would cite Dante Must Die mode in Devil May Cry 4 as a good example of this, and also Nightmare mode in Doom 3. I'm sure there's more, but I can't think of any others right off the top of my head. But this is just exactly what you'd expect from easy, normal, and hard. Everyone is just more difficult as you go higher. Having said that though, I do remember on 360, there's 2 boss fights that were just making me tear my fucking hair out. And everything outside of that was fairly easy by comparison. I still died a handful of times in some situations, I can't remember any specifics. Normal mode was also fairly easy. I probably had about a dozen deaths in total, even on my recent playthrough to unlock hard. And easy is just a cakewalk. There's going to be people out there who just enjoy the challenge and don't see the point of playing on easier difficulties. There's going to be people who kind of want to keep a balance between challenge and story and all that other stuff. And there's going to be others who have had a hard day at work or school and just want to come home, play a game, and feel like a fucking superhero, if I can paraphrase from Shadow Warrior. But the reason I'm playing through this on hard now is because I do want to make that master save, which means I'm going to be getting all the collectibles, all the platinum medals in the events, and all that stuff. And I'm not going to record and show that stuff. This playthrough is just going to be the story missions. But I remember hard being really fucking hard. So, without further ado, let us begin. That should give you enough backstory to hopefully give you an idea of what I'm getting myself into. As my voice even starts to regret saying that sentence and tries to abort, but I pushed on. I also know that it's inevitably going to come up as well. But there's the debate of Prototype versus Infamous, which I think is kind of stupid because they are pretty different, but they're just in the same basic genre, being superhero sandbox games, I guess supervillain sandbox games. I didn't even hit that guy. This guy just did it for me. Cheers, bro. And personally, I think I prefer Prototype over Infamous if given the choice. Reason being is because I like the gory aesthetic this game has, rather than... what's the word?
They took everything.
It feels a lot like Grand Theft Auto, but with electric stuff. Also, check out Twitchy Soldier, who I just totally overlooked in that cutscene. I love these little scenes of Alex unveiling, unsheathing? He's gonna tear shit up. I love those little scenes. Didn't know until a couple of days ago, maybe a week at this point, it's been a while, that you can actually manually trigger those little cutscenes. Just hold down the up button, if that's the power that you've selected last. Oh, that's probably gonna miss everyone? Yep, thought so. What about you? Got him. Stay way off by himself. Let's greet him with a ground spike. Beautiful. I should probably eat some people, because my health is plummeting. I know some of you are also thinking, are you going to do this with Prototype 2 as well? And the answer is that I intend to. Don't take that as saying that I'm going to, but I intend to. Prototype 2 has an insane difficulty setting, as well as easy, normal, and hard. And it's presumably easier than this is on hard, which is surprising to me. And I've never played it on insane before, so that'll be interesting as well. Also, this is where you get Hammer Fists, and this is disgustingly excessive. I could Hammer Fist elbow drop from street level and destroy this tank, but this is overkill, just... yeah. That's called the Hammer Fist elbow drop. Also, you didn't die from that somehow. That's actually incredible. That's only happened to me once before. What you're probably supposed to do is do basic attacks, but yeah, that completely destroyed that one. It might have been a little bit damaged. I couldn't really tell. I was too busy, you know, punching the shit out of it. Hang on. I've done a bit of basic attacks already, so this is the Y button attack. If you just hold it down, it creates a shockwave when you pull your Hammer Fist back. It's so fucking good. Very satisfying. Also, this is the Hammer Toss. Hold down Y while sprinting, and you'll just fly to your destination. And check out the sound of Alex hitting the pavement in that cutscene as well. I love how the cutscenes in this game are almost all in-engine. There's some FOVs here. FOVs? FMVs. It's pretty close on the alphabet there. Scattered throughout the game, but those are all skippable. And the in-engine ones just showcase the funniest shit sometimes. I know in Prototype 2, I know I'm very much at risk of sucking that game's dick a bit too much. But in the second game, there's a couple of occasions where there'd be somebody that I'm trying to consume for a mission objective, and he'll get exploded by something, maybe someone with a rocket launcher went rogue or misfired, and they'll get blasted off of the APC that was just destroyed, or the APC itself will explode. And they'll get sent flying across the screen. The camera will just keep up with them the whole time, but they'll just go flying past me and just get up and start running. It's always hilarious when it happens. Also, I forgot that I had Ed Slice or whatever it's called, so fuck this guy. Rip. Yep. Damn, I tried to dodge that. As for you, sir... there's one minor thing that did bum me out about Prototype 2. It's how they mapped two different powers to two different buttons instead of just having one power out at a time and being active. Because it effectively reduces your move pool. And it was also kind of a bummer in the second game how they nerfed the blade so it's not effective against armored targets anymore. But it does look awesome. They also gave cosmetic upgrades. Oh, I thought I was going to land there with that glide. They also gave cosmetic upgrades to all of Hela's powers when you upgraded them. Which was a nice touch. They didn't have to do it, but they did, and I'm glad. And with that, the tutorial's over. Sad face. I already have somewhat of a plan of which upgrades I'm going to get for this run to make this run slightly less miserable. But I don't have anything solid in mind. I know I'm going to need a lot of passive upgrades rather than stuff that upgrades my powers. And there's another reason behind that, but if you don't know this game too well, then you won't know why. No spoiler here.
I need to get the fuck out.
And I'm going to get stuff that's always active first. For the most part. Oh, I dented that guy's hood. I'm terribly sorry. I was kind of hoping that helicopter would shoot that car by accident, and it would have been funny. Also, this is one of those games that was made by Radical Entertainment, and they were devoured and absorbed into Activision's ever-growing expanse of flesh. So I don't fancy our chances of getting a Prototype 3, but it certainly would be nice. I think it's also a bit shit that we had to read the comics to bridge the gap between Prototype 1 and 2. Also, that was a magnificent catch, Alex. Well done. More forced tutorial stuff. The game will tell you about targeting and then force you to target. You have to target and then flick it off and then throw it at whatever. I think you have to throw it at the helicopter to progress. I've never actually thought to throw the car at the guys it drops off, but I assume that still works. Is that going to hit? Probably not. Might be a bit too far. Oh, yeah, I didn't totally destroy it. Also, name me one other game where you can destroy helicopters by throwing pedestrians at it. And don't say Prototype 2. I know some of you fuckers are thinking that. I'm on to you. I know your tricks. Oh, pardon me, sir. I need to use you as a cannonball. Well, I tried. There's an absolute gold line of dialogue where you pick someone up by the neck, and something that they can say is, "You're just putting my foot at ball level." I really hope there's some kind of dialogue rip in this game. Or from this game, I should say. Because holy shit, the editing shenanigans with that, the potential is very high. I was also considering, instead of just doing hard difficulty, I was going to do a normal or hard difficulty. Hadn't really decided yet. I was going to do a Flores lava run, but then I realized that that's pretty much how I play this game normally anyway. I just run and glide and air dash through all the rooftops, so it wouldn't really be any different. So I decided to scrap that idea and just do hard difficulty with no bells and whistles. Try not to fall off this building either. I've done that several times. I'm not a smart man. Nice. Remember when I said don't fall off the building? Yeah, I fell off the building. No, I didn't hit the ground. Doesn't count. Find out who you are. I'm usually not fond of these amnesia stories, but in this game it does make sense. I am the target, bitch. Oh yeah, this part's also good. This is your forced tutorial. Well, introduction, I should say. To the Web of Intrigue. The forced tutorial comes later. When you get that tutorial, you're going to have to select that node from the Web of Intrigue again. And in doing so, you'll play that clip again.
Should be able to tell me something. Anything.
So, at minimum, you're going to hear that twice per playthrough. He'll just randomly say, "Fucking goose-stepping motherfuckers." And if you're playing on console, it takes longer to load, and as a result, longer to skip. And I remember playing on hard difficulty, I got to this point, and I heard, "Fucking go..." twice, in the span of about 15 minutes, I think it was. It's funny, no doubt about that, but irritating.
If they know who I am, they probably know who she is. I need to get to a good viewpoint and scope the area out.
Can do. I'll just run as the camera tries to keep up with where I am.
They know I'm coming. I have to think about this.
It's a good thing I have a military disguise of some sort. Yep, that's my detection meter.
Now I can get inside.
Done. I'm kind of glad that the AI is somewhat brain dead in this game. I'm okay with gameplay and story segregation. I think I might be using that right. If it's for player convenience, because you can just sprint up a wall or you can glide through the air in front of a soldier and your detection meter won't even go up, which they addressed in Prototype 2. They didn't make it just instantly alert you, but it did arouse a bit of suspicion. It would slowly go up a bit if you were gliding or landed hard nearby.
But they have no idea what I'm capable of.
Motherfucker, you have no idea what you're capable of. As I was saying, in the second game it's a bit better. They're still totally brain dead by comparison, but it's good. It's for player convenience, so I'll take it. I don't really mind. There's even a part in the second game. I'm going to drop a minor spoiler warning here. There's a part where you're supposed to use a Blackwatch disguise, I almost said. Wow. Disguise for the story. And you can pick up a weapon that's designed to be mounted on a helicopter during that mission, and it doesn't blow your cover. In fact, it triggers some entertaining dialogue. Some pretty good stuff. I don't know exactly when those landmark collectibles and all that shit starts spawning around the map, but I'll try to avoid those for this playthrough so future me doesn't get confused when he picks them up later. I'm reminded of people who have played things like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and looked for hidden packages and thought that they got deleted because they used a cheat. Either because of a glitch or some cheat punishment type thing. And I speak totally anecdotally, but I think that the reason behind that is because people just can't find it. It's very easy to get bored and distracted and miss something while you're searching an entire map for 100 little... What even are they? Like tiki statue type things? So it's entirely reasonable. But when you're going through that routine to try to find the damn things and you cheated, you're naturally going to think, oh well, one of them must have disappeared because I cheated as a punishment or something. No, you don't, sir. Beautiful. I've done my fair share of cheating in Grand Theft Auto, and I've never had a hidden package disappear from me or anything. So, maybe there's credibility? But the human brain does tend to recognize patterns, and it's possible that the consensus was that cheating deletes hidden packages or something, because they just have 2 points and they connected them, but I'm genuinely not sure. Future me, look that up. There's also 2 ways you can do this part. You can grab a rocket launcher from a guy up there. Where is he? I believe he's on this right bit. Oh, you can grab him from here. And you can just attack the APC, and the guy will climb out and start running towards the tunnel, and there's just bullets everywhere. Or you can just use your military disguise. Do this, and he'll just run down the tunnel. And it faces you in the other direction for some reason. That happened on normal too. Cool. Thanks, game. But you can just run down here, grab the knife and fork, and start chewing. I'm not going to watch any of these Web of Intrigue videos. And here's the first tutorial on the Web of Intrigue. Yay. This is that guy I devoured last time, and he's the goose-stepping guy, so there's that again. It also doesn't matter what direction you move it in. The second time it prompts you to move the stick to go to the next node, it just goes that direction anyway.
I can see what he saw. I know what he knew. His memories are my memories.
Is that helicopter gonna follow me? You are way... Oh god. That was close. Don't fancy my chances of dealing with a strike team too effectively at this point, but I'll just peace out of there, no worries. We got this. I think you need to buy the dive roll skill in this mission. Yep. Granted, these are dirt cheap, but I do think it's a bit shit that you have to actually buy these upgrades, because you might be in a position where you don't have enough EP to get some of these, and some of them cost a few thousand. I think Stealth Consume, which I'll need later on, is 3,000 if I remember right. But I'm also going to want some passive stuff like sprint speed and jump upgrades. Wait, jump height, I guess. I always called it jump height, but it's just jump upgrade. Interesting. Oh. Well, I'm going to want sprinting grab, that's for sure. I don't have sprinting throw yet. I can probably leave flying kick boost, and I don't think I have much else. Critical mass I'll definitely need, but not yet. Air dash? Nah. Wait. How much is glide? Oh, it's 15k. I'll leave the rest alone for now. I'm going to grab the shield pretty soon, because I know I'm going to need it. So I don't get backed into a corner and fucked mercilessly by hunters in a military base, which I think might actually be this mission. Maybe. Oh yeah, rescuing Elizabeth Green, it's definitely this mission, so I am going to go ahead and buy that now. I think I'm going to need it. I don't usually use the shield, but it's a very good safety net to have. especially in the early game of hard difficulty. You'll see why. It'll definitely come into its own during this next segment where I'm trying to fight hunters inside a military base. But it stops you from just being clobbered and comboed into a wall or a corner by a hunter's crazy swiping... What's even a good phrase to call it? Fury swipes, I guess? Because instead of just getting stun locked, you can actually let the shield take it and then roll out of the way. I also have to admit that I grossly underestimated the shield on my first playthrough. I tend to just go full offense in this game, and I use the blade quite a lot, which I'll get. What, about halfway through the story, I think? Can't remember exactly which point, but fucking love the blade in this game, it's so good. I don't even use armor, I just like dive rolling and gliding too much.
Gotta find someone important who I can use to get into that facility.
Like, oh shit. What about this guy?
Okay, that should get me to the perimeter. But I don't think it'll be enough to get me inside. I need someone with rank.
Oh boy, I'm so glad I built that dive roll.
These spooks are just digging in, they're taking over.
Oops. Hi. 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 I am normal. I'm the normalest normal to ever normal. Yep, viral detectors and shit.
Careful around these things.
Okay, so... How much EP do I have? 2,000. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to devour this guy. Yep, cool. That's the guy.
Alright, he's my ticket inside.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of commander consuming in the post-game. And no one saw me do that, apparently. Cool. I'll just run at the speed of sound to the front door. With no weapon. I'm sure that won't arouse any suspicion. We're fine. Your APC is a bit damaged there, bro. You might want to get that fixed. Oh. Okay.
Damn it. There's just not enough military here to slow them
Ooh.
down.
See what he did to that guy's neck? Oh, just ate a random dude? Cool. Well, so this cutscene is great.
Yes, Private, you're guarding a hole in the fucking roof. You've been briefed about what we're up against. We're not secure until these skylights are sealed, so unless you want to pull shit patrol until your mama forgets what you look like, stand your sorry ass right here until you're told to do otherwise. Now move it! Sir!
I should lead them to that military base.
I love the dialogue between these guards. Sometimes. So good. I think it's in this game as well, but I vaguely remember a Blackwatch line where he says, I'm legally authorized to shoot and burn your fucking dog, or something like that. But it's probably a web of intrigue target, so disappointing. Let me in, fellas. Yep, rocket launchers are there. Good to know. What's up, ladies? Yep, fuck you. Oh. If I throw another one, I can pick up the spare.
I don't know what you are, but I know I'm gonna kill you.
I realize that this isn't the usual way of killing a lot of enemies in this game, but it's definitely quite effective if you're outnumbered and bullets are actually quite painful and hard. Ouch. Is this really going to start happening now? Yep, it looks like it is. One gripe I have about this game, which they fixed in Prototype 2, was that you can be interrupted in the middle of consuming animations. So what can happen is, you can take a hit, try to heal from the hit, get hit while trying to heal, the heal actually kicks in a second later, and you go back to trying to heal the initial hit, but you can't because something else hits you again, and then the cycle just repeats itself until you die or run out of time or whatever happens. Shut the fuck up. Have a soldier. No, no. Luckily, these guys are not suspicious at all. My alert actually cleared. I think that's the first time that's happened to me in this part. That's amazing. No, 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 no. Wait, I beat it. Num 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 num. Oh, rip that guy behind me. I think the claws are going to be a bit disappointing on this difficulty. Also, how can I use this with these broken, fucked up hands? I'm certainly not going to complain, but it's worth pointing out, you can do this with the blade in Prototype 2 as well, and it's hilarious to watch James use a rocket launcher or something when he doesn't have opposable thumbs on his right hand anymore. Also, the claws are not so great against hunters in this bit. They still do pretty good damage, but they have so much health that you're not going to be able to really wear them down in time. And if they get you with that wombo combo that I just got clobbered with there, then it's very bad news. So I have to play quite defensively here. In fact, this is when I'm going to get my shield out. This will almost certainly save me. I want the other one, damn it. From getting stun locked. Like that. I had 2 attacks there that just hit my shield. And I was very lucky that I had my shield out. Woohoo. Stop it, stop that, stop that. My shield is broken and triggered a cutscene and shit's going downhill pretty fast. Temporarily broken, shield will be unoperable until it regenerates. Cool, stop that. It only takes a few seconds, but that's good because you can usually use that time. It's a very short time. Oh, whoops, I tried to pick up the APC and it wasn't working. Shit, shit, shit. You can usually use the time to go and heal up if you have to. I just want to throw one of these fucking crates at one of these hunters to see how much damage it does. Fuck off! You're really annoying. Oh, just don't throw shit at me, that's my thing. Oh, got one. Fuck you. I didn't do shit. I think I missed him. Please be gentle. Take that. Didn't do very much. Well, more accurately, not as much as I was hoping. Out, out, out. Once you've killed, I think it's 5 of them, maybe 6, I don't remember. Your objective will change to blowing up gas tanks. And for that, I'd strongly recommend Rocket Launcher instead of claws. Most people use claws, myself included the first couple times I played through this. Even on my recent normal playthrough. But the Rocket Launcher takes something like 2 shots. I remember doing a shitload on normal. I'd guess it's 2 shots here. And you can be at range, which is so much safer. Nope. You can take damage while you're consuming a hunter, but you can't get knocked out of it, it seems. Definitely going to abuse the crap out of this. No, no. Yeah. That sound that's like a dulled version of a packet of Smarties being dropped into a bowl. Oh, actually, I hate Nestle. M&M's. Yeah, let's use M&M's instead. Being dropped into a bowl. That's basically the sound of my shield breaking. I don't think there's any kind of whoa. Any kind of indicator besides that when it breaks, like a visual one. Also, shield just saved me there. I just had it going, and it tanked 2 hits from the hunters. And then the consume happened. Fantastic. That's why you get shield. You need shield in this difficulty. Normal, maybe not. I could have done without it, I think. But on hard, holy shit. I'm just now remembering having mild problems with this part. Couldn't remember the exact extent of it, but it was no cakewalk. Eep. Okay, so which one of you is almost dead? It's you. I'll just chew on your face. Are we done or is it 6? I think it might be... I'm hoping it's 5. Better be 5. Okay. I think this is the indicator. Please? Is it 5? I don't have any kill markers. Okay, here we go.
You're gonna burn.
That's not what I want to aim at, god damn it. There's guys up here that have rocket launch, so you can just munch on them and get fucked up by a hunter. That's exactly what I meant. Pardon me, sir, I require this. I just want to kill all of you. Is that so wrong? Ow. I think Alex might get knocked back. And there might be a slightly larger red cloud of whatever when the shield breaks. That's good to pay attention to. Pardon me, gentlemen. Yeah, that's great. Oh. Would not have been pleased if that hunter tanked that rocket. Oh, I got the right one targeted that time. This game's lock-on system is not so great either. Also, fuck this guy. I can't remember where I read it. It was probably on TV Tropes, but I remember it kind of prioritizing the center of the screen. Also, rip that hunter, he died to falling rubble. Still better than Season 8 of Game of Thrones. And rip this entire military base. It's bigger on the inside, I promise. Now let's get the fuck out of here. I'll take my shield. Wait, no. Might not have to. Oh yeah, nice. Right. With that done, I believe I have access to a couple of pretty good upgrades. Hammer Fist is a bit expensive for me to get at this point. I don't really care for Ground Spike. I don't really use the claws that much anyway, so yeah. Thermal Vision I never use. Glide is pretty much a necessity. Air Recovery will also be a necessity, because you don't want to just fall to the floor after being clobbered by something in the air. These will come later. Those will also be pretty much essential. And Health Boost 1 is 36k. I can't even get critical mass. Alright. I think it's this upgrade which lets me get Tendril Barrage Devastator. I'm going to need that in the future, but for now, Sprinting Throw and Charge Throw, those are definitely really good. I will need Charge Throw for sure later in the game. Oh yeah, Stealth Consume. I'll grab that now. I don't remember what mission you need it, but I know it's quite soon. I'm so tempted to mention a couple things about Prototype 2 as well, but I can't. I've already blown that game enough. Now that I think about it, I don't think Prototype 1 had any DLC, whereas the second game had 3, I think? And 2 of them were never even released. Yep, great. Events, I know. 2 of them weren't even released as DLC, but they do exist in the game files. You can unlock them and play them, and they work like normal. Can confirm. It's basically just a drag and drop installation. Go check out pcgamingwiki.com. If you have a copy of Prototype 2 on Steam, well, on PC in general, then you should be able to do it. It's quite easy to do. But it unlocks all that crazy shit like Medusa's Wrath and whatever that grenade launcher is called that infects stuff, and a whole bunch of other things as well. It's pretty good. There might also be the infected Hella skin and some other fun things you can screw around with. I can't remember exactly what, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I'll probably call it apart after this mission as well. I did want to at least get my foot in the door, which I think will be common for these playthroughs, because getting that intro just right, it's a mark of a true perfectionist. Here I am, slaving over a hot computer, making my YouTube videos, and what do I get? Depression. Jokes aside, truth be told, I do enjoy... Oh, bollocks. I enjoy that too, but I do enjoy making these videos, doing these kinds of runs. doing YouTube recordings in general, I guess internet recordings in general, since I'm on BitChute as well, but I've just been really slack uploading to that. It gives me direct incentive to play some games that I've been grossly neglecting lately. And with the Dead Space 3 Original Weapons Only run, that was something that I did because I liked the game, and I couldn't really think of any other way to create some kind of incentive for me to play through the game. I was also pretty experienced with the game as well, so that helped.
That red stuff is spreading fast, person to person, building to building, street to street. It has to be connected to Elizabeth Green.
Come here, sir. Come here, sir. Num num num. Killed him Albert Wesker style. Oh yeah, of course, how can I forget Silent Hill 2? I definitely would have played that off camera if I didn't feel like I wanted to record it for YouTube, because Silent Hill 2, definitely a very strong game overall, even with my very limited time with the Silent Hill franchise. But it was really good. I'm glad that I put it on YouTube. And I didn't have anything that my brain considered a reason to play through it. Especially since I didn't really have any investment into the franchise. Because at that point I just played through Silent Hill 1 and that was it. Okay. They also changed quite significantly how stealth consuming works in Prototype 2. Take a shot for every time I say Prototype 2, by the way. It's so much better in that game. I'll try to do all these stealth bonuses as well. Also, that guy's gun is invisible. Also, he's no longer holding a gun. Okay, sure, we'll go with that. Wee. Oh. You have to wait until the B is, yeah, just like that. The B is red. Oh, right. That's one thing I gotta mention as well. I'm playing this on PC with a 360 controller, and I've got a mod that lets the game run at resolutions higher than, I think it's 1280 by 720. You can also use that mod to adjust the FOV, but I chose to keep the original FOV just as it was. I was fine with it. But I'll also be sure to leave a link to the mod in the description as well. I totally thought that was missiles, but it's okay. Never mind. Goddamn. In the second game, you can't target things while you're in a vehicle with left trigger. It's, yeah, a bit different, and my brain has just refused to get used to it. Pardon me, sir. Yippee! Well, you're trying, missiles. I have to at least try to credit you. No, I want the infected, goddammit. Now I have limited ammo. Oh damn, that's one thing they did in the second game as well. In this game you have both overheating on the machine gun, as you can see with that red building up, and limited ammo. But the second game changes it, so I believe you have unlimited ammo. I can't remember a situation where you have limited ammo in a vehicle. But that's going to make this part fun, because once I run out of rockets, then I just have to shoot this thing with my little BB gun, and it's going to take a while. So, strap in. I barely even touched that infected on the bottom left there, and he just died on my tread. What the balls? Okay. Hunter just shat out one of those crates, and the helicopter exploded. Interesting. I'd like for someone else to hit it. That would be lovely. But, you know, I understand if you're a little bit preoccupied. Not like you guys are doing anything. Come on. There we go. That's one military base and one hive destroyed, so I'm currently a neutral party. You can trust me. You know, Karen, your real estate price is going to be in the toilet if your place is right next to a hive. Oh, sorry, were you trying to guard that? 73 civilian casualties, so much for that achievement. Whatever shall I do? I usually try to run over as few people as possible, unless I'm feeling extra sadistic, which in some cases I am. But I'm trying to avoid them, and 1 out of every 3 times I try to avoid somebody actively, they just end up jumping directly in the way. Whoop. That guy, yeah, he just kind of had it coming. I was clearly steering to the right to avoid him, and he just jumped into me. He must have been a millennial. Oh, that guy just straight up plowed into the roadblock. You're not going to arrest him or do anything? Alright, fine, I'll just blow that up. I'm going to pretend I meant to do that as well. He just goes around. No fucks given about roadblocks. I've got to be careful about running over... Well, you deserve that. And that. About running over the military as well, because... my suspicion meter... detection meter thing... is climbing, but I should be okay. What, don't pretend that you weren't thinking I was going to do it. I'm going to be doing this. If you get hit, it's your own fault. I believe the mission finishes at this point. Yep. I usually like to do something funny when a mission ends and it goes into slow motion. Like kicking somebody in the face is usually my go-to. Can be pretty funny if you time it right. But as for me, I think that's been 40 minutes, and I will call it for this introductory part. After I throw in some upgrades, because I'm going to want some stuff. Right, where do we begin? Don't want any of that. That's fine for the moment, although I will grab this stuff later. Health boost is going to be necessary. Critical mass is nice and cheap, so that'll be good. Adrenaline surge. I forgot about this. Without this, I would have died many times at one of the boss fights that I'm not looking forward to. I think that'll be a good investment. Don't think there's anything else that I really want to prioritize. Maybe... Oh yeah, let's do flying kick boost. I think... I don't remember for sure, but I believe the core being there means that if you get that upgrade, it unlocks more upgrades, but I haven't made enough progress to actually unlock that upgrade from story progression, so it might unlock more stuff later. I'd be curious to know what unlocks what, but I can easily take care of that in my own time. And yeah, all this stuff. I think that'll do for now. I might grab charge throw before sprinting throw, because I don't really... I don't really imagine me having a need to throw things on the move. I much prefer to throw things harder, so... so that'll be good. Oh, the next mission is right down there. Excellent. Alright, so... next time, we're going to say hi to Karen Parker. Catch you all then.